Today is Friday, May 22nd. Welcome to this edition of Nevada County Now. Today's episode, we're talking Grass Valley Rally, Memorial Day, and river safety. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome to Nevada County Now. I'm your host, Cole Pettit. Our top story tonight, the rally in Grass Valley. Approximately 11:30 last night, the Greater Grass Valley Chamber of Commerce posted a statement rescinding their support for today's rally. In it, they said the Chamber's level of comfort in supporting this event was predicated on the participation of two of our county supervisors, Sue Hook from District 4 and Dan Miller from District 3, who had agreed to speak at this event. The City of Grass Valley has provided the parking lot to the business advocacy group as a venue to hold their gathering. Regretfully and with our heartfelt apologies, we viewed this as the County of Nevada and the City of Grass Valley supporting the event, and thus we gave the Friday event our support as well. In the statement, they also mentioned that neither of the supervisors will be speaking. We went to the event to film what we could from a safe distance.
I don't really want to get a whole ton closer. I don't want to get in the middle of that.
So I am a co-founder of the Reopen Nevada County Facebook page. If you are on Facebook but you have not liked our page yet, do please like it and follow it and then click on See First so that you always get our updates of anything that we are going to be doing in this county to promote opening sooner than the state is opening. I believe in our God-given unalienable rights. From the Declaration of Independence, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed.
Right.
Don't need one.
That's what I heard.
It's nice fresh air. Why not breathe it?
No, I was asked, if I wanted to come by and talk with folks about how important it is that we reopen up our economy, reopen up America. And so the folks here are all, as the sign says, all business is essential. Even if it might seem, well, you're selling frivolous things we don't really need. Yeah, well, someone that has a job there, there's a demand for it by the public that keeps that business in business, otherwise it wouldn't be there anymore. So really, they are correct. All business is essential. It's all part of the fiber of our economy, and it needs to get going again.
Would you be for reopening for large events such as rallies, concerts, sporting events?
I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close to that point because we're getting more and more info on how narrow the group is that are infected and how big the crowd is that's asymptomatic, and so we can move aggressively towards that. I mean, right now we're just trying to help high school kids have graduations that are meaningful, so we can distance at the stadium. We can distance, have one person hand out all the diplomas. They can wear gloves, they can wear a mask, and the kids, there's sensible ways to do it, but they just get no, absolutely not from health officers or the state or whoever. And the health officers, God bless them, they're doing a good service, but they're always going to be on the extreme side of caution versus looking at the whole spectrum, and so that's what us as electeds have to do. We have to look at everything. In the beginning, we were all abundantly cautious in the beginning when we didn't know what we had. We didn't know what the numbers were going to be, and we had bad information. On how far and wide this would be. It's a lot narrower, thank God that it is. So we can adjust to that. So I expect that it wouldn't be unreasonable to start having certain types of gatherings in a larger scale, and maybe by the end of the summer they could have baseball again.
What does reopening safely look like in your mind?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of instances, but a lot of shops, barber shops seems to be the big thing, right? There's a lot of controversy around that. So I know of barbers that already know how to distance, and they'll let just enough people in to fill the chairs that they have. The rest have to wait outside 6 feet in line. they're gloving up, they're cleaning their instruments, they're cleaning the chairs. That looks reasonable to me. So there's no reason barbers and salons can't open up. And a lot of people, that's really making a lot of people angry. They don't have that, and gyms, the people going to work out. There's ways it can be done. Again, spread them out, maybe only so many people at a time. I'm not supposed to have all those answers, but smart people can put those things together. And by and large, when you're applying common sense to it, we know what that looks like, okay, on whatever the instance is. Are we ready to fill Yankee Stadium with 60,000 people? Maybe not yet, but, this is something we can work towards in July or August or whatever. I don't think the vaccine is, we're hearing some politicians, some say we got to have a vaccine. And we're talking anywhere from 12 to 18 months to have a vaccine, and then another 6 months to get it out on the, in circulation and vaccinate 320 million people. We're talking that's a 2-year process. The people of America it's a powder keg if you make them wait 2 years under these constraints, because the numbers are not bearing up the threat that initially we thought we were given in the beginning. And so that's not to discount any loss of life or anything like that, but life does have risk, and we have to find a balance in what we do.
Nevada County posted a video on their Facebook page with Supervisor Heidi Hall and the mayors of Grass Valley, Nevada City, and Truckee to address some of the concerns raised by the protesters at the rally today. Let's take a look.
The past 3 months have presented enormous challenges for everyone here in Nevada County. Our friends, families, and neighbors have had to make heartbreaking personal and professional sacrifices.
There's not been anyone in our community who's not been touched by this crisis. We recognize that some people are more impacted than others, and some of our community members are more vulnerable to disastrous consequences than others.
Finding a clear path to protect the most vulnerable is still our goal in Nevada County. So please, be patient, have commitment, and let's find our way together.
We appreciate the kindness and creativity that our communities have shown. You have all met this challenge head on. We ask you to continue your efforts and work together to understand our new normal.
We are truly trying to figure this out, and we know that a local response to a global pandemic is the road we need to travel together. So please, be patient, be committed, follow the guidelines, and let's do this together.
This is not the first challenge we have faced, and it won't be the last. So now is the time for collective compassion and understanding to help us get through this.
If you have questions or need access to resources, reach out to Connecting Point at 1-833-DIAL-211. If you're a business owner with questions about reopening, email us at covid19recovery@co.nevada.ca.us. Remember, our strength is our kindness. We're all in this together. Stay strong and take care, Nevada County.
Stay strong and take care, Grass Valley.
Stay strong and take care, Nevada City.
Stay strong and take care, Truckee.
Monday is Memorial Day, a time to honor our veterans who fought to defend and protect our country. This year, due to the pandemic, organizations arranging celebrations have had to come up with different plans. For example, the American Legion's Memorial Day program is normally performed either in Grass Valley Memorial Park or the Grass Valley Veterans Memorial Building. This year, due to restrictions of large gatherings, they will be broadcasting their celebrations on KNCO radio with the help of Tom Fitzsimmons. I spoke with Claude Hessel of the American Legion to find out more about this year's celebrations. So I'm joined today by Claude Hessel of the American Legion. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I hear you've got an event going on Monday that's going to be a little bit different than usual.
We do. We'd either be in Grass Valley Memorial Park or the Grass Valley Veterans Memorial Building on Memorial Day, depending on the weather. And we would have 300 to 400 people, probably 350 to 400 people normally gathering at one of those locations. Tom Fitzsimmons of KNCO Radio was talking to a couple of our veterans. They're on a couple times a month talking about the American Legion and the Marine Corps League, etc., and veterans in general. And I overheard him, listening to the program, overheard him say, well, why don't you have it on the radio this year? Well, I couldn't wait till the program was over, and I called Tom and I said, "Great idea, Tom, let's do it." So we'd much rather be at Memorial Park, where we just lost this year, by the way, a past commander from the American Legion, Jimmy Espinoza, who was a World War II Navy veteran, who was very much instrumental. He was a contractor in building the living memorial wall that's in Memorial Park.
Wow.
And we couldn't even celebrate or memorialize his passing, because of this shutdown, the building shut down, the park shut down, et cetera, et cetera. We will, and we also lost Bernie Botchley, who was our bugler with the Honor Guard for many, many years. And she was also a past commander. She was Army Air Corps World War II veteran.
What does the event on the radio look like? What all is it going to entail this year?
It's really going to be our program in the park or in the building on the radio. It's going to be very cool. It's a lot of the players, the singers, the speakers we would have had in the park, everything will be the same, but it'll be on the radio. And except for at the end, we normally do the 21 gun salute and play taps.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pre-recorded from Arlington Cemetery. Normally our Honor Guard would do that. But we do have Lester Milroy is a bagpiper, and he'll be playing, he'll be doing Amazing Grace and All Lang Syne, at the final part of the program. But we're going to start out with our chaplain. We'll say some words. Now, Will Buck, he's a chief warrant officer, retired from the Army, pilot. He's been our MC for the last 2 years. So he's emceeing it. He'll be in person with Tom Fitzsimmons on the radio, to introduce each segment. Frank Galino, usually somebody asks, who was Frank Galino? He was a World War II Coast Guard veteran. I believe I'm the only commander since him who's Coast Guard.
Well, that's great. Anything else that you would like people to know about your organization or the event that's going on?
The auxiliary done a fantastic job also. And my wife just received an email today from the American Legion Auxiliary National, thanking her for her efforts. She's placed 26 cans for National Poppy Day, which is today, in local businesses. Normally, that's their biggest fundraiser of the year. So this shutdown's really affected that. But they got a little creative, and they decided to go to the businesses that have opened and put donation cans, rather than being in front of the business with a table, like Salvation Army does at Christmas time. Mm-hmm. And they hand out poppies, look for donations. And that's all to support our veterans.
Well, thank you for taking the time to talk with us today.
Okay, you're very much welcome, man.
Thanks, Claude. Remember to tune in to KNCO Monday, May 25th at 11 a.m. to help honor our fallen heroes. Another celebration taking place this Monday is the local Heroes Memorial Bridges Tour. There are 15 memorial plaques located on bridges throughout the greater Grass Valley and Nevada City area. This year the event will be a car tour only, but docents and/or family members will be at the bridge memorials honoring our local fallen heroes who perished in the Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan wars. We'll be visiting a few of these sites on Monday and speaking with some of the docents at that time. So be sure to tune in on Monday for our coverage of this event. As the weather warms up again, many of us will be spending some time outdoors over this 3-day weekend. With that in mind, the Yuba River Safety Cohort is asking you to stay out of the river. This cohort is made up of the South Yuba River Citizens League, California State Parks, Nevada County, and a host of additional governmental agencies and public safety officials. In a statement, they urge the public to make the responsible choice and stay out of the water this weekend. Not only are shelter-at-home orders still in effect, but this week's rainfall left the Yuba River flowing swiftly, creating unpredictable conditions in addition to colder water. They added that Nevada County does not have enough public safety personnel to monitor this extremely dangerous situation. Most drownings occur in the spring when rivers are running cold and fast and the weather is warm, the exact conditions we can expect this Memorial Day weekend. These tragedies are completely preventable by staying out of the water during spring runoff. Don't put yourself or our public safety personnel and rescue volunteers at risk. With so many events being canceled at the moment, Nevada County media is stepping up to try to fill the void. Join us for a virtual 4th of July celebration. This event will feature both a parade and light show. Now, this won't be the usual parade. It will be pre-recorded so we can make sure everyone is kept safe. Mixed in with the normal participants, we will have special guest appearances, some music, and maybe even a juggler or two. Our commentators will tie this all together, and we're pretty sure it's going to be a blast. After the parade, there will be a music and light show. This portion will contain various video clips sent in by the community, as well as pieces filmed here in our studio. We will need your help to make this event the best it can be. For more information, visit our website, nevadacountymedia.org/July-4th. We'll leave you this evening with a sample of the light show. Remember, stay safe, take care of each other. We'll see you on Monday.